everyone, and welcome to our first ever interview for Expansion. As you can see, I'm a little lonely here. Don't have my traditional co-host, Ross Berge, but we're lucky enough to have another co-host along with us. His name is Kevin McIsaac. Mr. McIsaac, welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you on here. Glad you could step in and help out as Ross is out of commission. We're going to jump right into our first interview. This man is a legend. He's a doctor. He is Dr. Brendan Cavanaugh. Brendan.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Hey, glad to have you, Brendan. Kevin, would you like to introduce yourself? I don't know if you guys have ever met.
No, we actually do. We have met. Brennan was my college roommate for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
So, Brennan, good to talk to you, buddy.
Hey Kevo, how you doing?
Doing good. Actually, Jim and people out on the internet, I also want to mention that Brendan and I shared a bed during Jamie's wedding.
Wow, that is
Brendan
romantic.
doesn't have an income yet, so he decided to stay in the same room with me, much like Albert did with everyone else at the wedding.
It was very romantic.
That is quite romantic. Well, Brendan, I don't want to waste any of your time. I know you're busy saving the world of cancer and diabetes. Chuck, he'll be helping you soon. Don't worry. So, Rag, you want to start off with the first question?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I started to write it down, and he started cramping up.
Okay.
Here we go, Brendan. Number 1. Alright. How do you see yourself in the APHB league? We already have our streets with Albert here. So do you think it might be repetitive for us to bring you in, or can you add something else to the table?
I'm having a little trouble hearing you. How can I improve what league?
How can you improve the league, Brendan? We already have our own Screech here, just like Saved by the Bell with Albert, but are you bringing anything new to the table?
Well, first of all, I'm obviously going to bring a competitive edge. I'm an avid fantasy football player, as you guys probably know. And what I plan to do is, if you guys need on the show, I can add the medical consultant point of view. If there's any injuries to any notable players on anybody's teams, I can put in a little blurb about their condition.
That's wonderful.
Can we test that out right now? I got that injury that I was curious about.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw pictures of Rex Ryan, but it looks like he has some sort of a growth on his leg. Came into camp with. Any idea what that might be?
Well, it's definitely a tumor, Kevin.
Sure.
He most likely only has...
Some sort of a tribal test, too. That's what I have.
Well, let's move on to the next question. That's excellent. Moving right on. Andy, this question comes from Andy Lynch, one of our owners. This league is very competitive, and sometimes we have a lot of trash talking, believe it or not. How can you convince us that after a week filled with vitriol comments over managerial moves, that we will not wake up to a dead fish on our doorstep? That's a question from Andy.
Well, I know Andy really well, and I think he knows that I'm not that kind of guy that is going to be out to get anyone if you talk shit about my team, but, you never know with Andy. He better watch his back.
I think we all feel that way.
That's a great point. Moving on. Reg, do you have the next question, or do you want me to ask it?
Yeah. Grim wants to know, boxers or briefs?
Oh, definitely boxers. But I know you're a briefs guy.
Really?
All those years we lived together, I saw those poop stains on those tighty-whities.
That's a great point.
I mean, traditionally this has been a briefs-only league.
Yeah.
Now, I'm willing to change.
You could come in here and change things right off the bat?
If that's what's asked of me, then I'll be willing to change to briefs.
I'd like to see you in some whitey tighties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Or even go with the different colors. Hanes has a bunch of different colors that you pick from for briefs.
All right, next question is coming from our reigning champion. That's JK. Do you have any previous fantasy experience? And if so, what sort of owner do you consider yourself? I.e. a trade junkie, like myself, a waiver sleuth like John Hart, Grimm. There are several other talents that are here. Or a loyal guardian, obviously, as Jake would be.
I would actually go more as a loyal guardian. Last year I was in 2 leagues, and I had really good drafts in both of them, and I just held on to my team all year, and I ended up in first place at the end of the regular season in both of them, so you guys better watch out.
Ooh, wow.
Well, I mean, that's honestly, Brendan, from an interview standpoint, trying to figure out if you fit into our league, you sound like you'd be a very boring person to have in the league. I love Jake to death, but he literally drives everyone nuts. So, I mean, does this mean that you're lazy, or does it mean that you wait for the right trade?
Well, I definitely wait for the right trades. And I also made some good waiver wire pickups last year, so it depends.
Great.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't win either of the leagues. I got knocked out in the playoffs, so.
Makes you feel a lot better. We don't have playoffs. Next question,
We don't want to
Greg.
add you if you're that good.
Greg, you have the next question.
Yeah, this is coming from Albert Verzoyan. I think you actually know him. He knows you as Brandon. But, here we go. Can you provide a written statement / promise to provide free health care and lifelong doctor's appointments along with an unlimited blank signed prescription slip? I guess he's looking out for units there. And that's for everyone in the league. Can you do that for us?
Absolutely. It'd be my honor to provide you guys with all the pain medication you need.
Snoots is very happy to hear that. Okay, our next question is coming from Jed. Jedediah would like to know, the buy-in is $150. Can you afford that buy-in? Don't you have $200,000 in school loans to consider?
Yeah, that's a great question because I am dead broke, but I'll definitely be able to scrounge together what pennies and quarters I can out of my car to put together $150.
That's great to hear.
That's lots of fun.
That is great to hear. Brendan, I do have one final question for you. And if you don't answer this correctly, frankly, you probably can't get into the league. We are looking towards expansion. Can you name the last 2 teams in the NFL to be expansion teams? Go ahead, answer that and be in the league. Everyone knows this. This is easy.
Tennessee Titans and
No.
It's going to be a joke, right?
Houston Texans.
Are you nuts?
What's your real answer, Brendan?
That can't be true. What's your real answer? You were joking, weren't you?
Houston Texans.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus, I don't know.
Obviously, the Cleveland Browns were an expansion team in 1999. You may have gotten confused and thought the Cleveland Browns had moved to Baltimore, but they were an expansion team. The other ones, we had a tie in 1995. The Jacksonville Jaguars, obviously, alongside with the Carolina Panthers.
Carolina, the other one?
Yeah, Brendan, this is a serious league, okay? Do you have any final words as we ship out?
No, I'm just really looking forward to joining you guys, and I hope you'll give me a nod.
Well, we appreciate the effort, and Kevin?
Hey, Jeff, I can ask one more question.
Absolutely, no problem.
Brendan, just in casual talks recently, you mentioned that there would be no way that you could come down for a live draft over Labor Day weekend. I'm curious to know what you're busy doing, because if this is a girlfriend situation, then I just don't know how we can get around it.
Fantasy football comes before girls, you know that, Kevin. But I'm taking the second step of the United States medical licensing exam on Sunday.
Blah, blah, blah. Congratulations, Brendan. We will see you when we see you. And Kevin, thank you for stepping in for Ross. It's been an honor.
Oh, no problem. I took a lot of pleasure out of it.
I'm giving you a big hug. All right. Well,
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you all later, and get your votes in on Brendan. God bless.
Great.
See you, Brendan.